You know, there are no illnesses more dangerous than the ones that don't touch the body, but quietly destroy the mind. You can overcome a cold, you can recover from fatigue, but a disease of attitude, that's different. Because it steals your energy, it weakens your ambition, it kills your belief in what's possible. And here's the truth. Success doesn't start with skill. It starts with attitude. A poor attitude can ruin a good plan, but a powerful attitude can turn almost any plan into success. Every day, people fail not because they lack talent, but because they suffer from the diseases of attitude, neglect, doubt, worry, pessimism, excuses, complaining, laziness, silent diseases, deadly diseases that spread through your mind and weaken your life. And most people never notice until everything they want starts slipping away. But the good news is, attitude can be changed. Attitude can be strengthened. Attitude can be cured. And once you cure your attitude, you can cure your results. Because here's something worth remembering. Your attitude is the doctor of your future. It either heals or harms. So today, let's take a deep, honest look at the diseases that hold us back and the simple treatments that can set us free. Because if you fix your attitude, you fix your life. And it all begins with awareness, reflection, and a willingness to change. Are you ready? Let's talk about the diseases of attitude and how you can cure them for good. Neglect. It seems harmless at first. It doesn't shout. It doesn't warn you. It doesn't knock down your door. It simply waits, quietly, patiently. Neglect is one of the most subtle diseases of attitude and one of the most destructive. You see, failure is not a cataclysmic event. It's not a single day where everything falls apart. No, failure is the inevitable result of a few small errors in judgment repeated every day. And those errors are usually born from neglect. One day you skip your workout. No big deal. One day you ignore that book you meant to finish. No problem. One day you put off the phone call you should have made. No harm done. But here's the truth. A day of neglect is never just a day. It becomes 2 days, then 3, then a week, then a month, then a habit, and eventually a lifestyle. Neglect turns "I'll do it later" into "I should have done it years ago." Neglect is the seed. Regret is the harvest. Neglect begins innocently, softly, almost sweetly. The mind whispers, "Not today. I'm tired. It's not urgent. One day won't hurt." And that's where the disease starts. In the small, easy decisions that take you off your path, because what's easy to do is also easy not to do. And most people choose the not to do, not because they're bad, but because they're comfortable. Comfort is the invitation. Neglect is the response. How neglect invades your life. Neglect enters through small cracks. It infects your health, your mindset, your relationships, your finances, your ambitions. Neglect your body, and it weakens. Neglect your mind, and it dulls. Neglect your responsibilities, and they pile up. Neglect your dreams, and they fade away. Nothing collapses instantly. Everything first suffers from neglect. But here's the good news. Every disease has a cure, and the cure for neglect is awareness, followed by disciplined action. Awareness is the spark. Discipline is the fire. There comes a moment in every life when a person realizes, my results are not because of what I did once, but because of what I neglected daily. It's a moment of honesty, a moment of awakening, a moment when you stop blaming circumstances and start examining choices. Because neglect is a choice, and so is change. If neglect begins with small errors in judgment, then success begins with small disciplines practiced consistently. 1 page a day, 1 workout a day, 1 good decision a day, 1 new habit at a time. Discipline is the antidote. Action is the medicine. See, you don't fix neglect with big dramatic moves. You fix it with quiet consistency. Remember, the human spirit thrives on progress, not perfection. You don't have to rebuild your whole life in a week. You just have to do the right thing today, and tomorrow, and the next day. Small disciplines compound. Small victories accumulate. Small changes become big results. Neglect grows when you stop paying attention. Success grows when you start paying attention. Your attitude, your habits, your decisions, your time, your energy, your goals. Everything improves when you return to awareness, when you return to intention, when you return to responsibility. Take care of the little things, and the big things take care of themselves. Ignore the little things, and the big things collapse. What separates the successful from the unsuccessful is not talent, or luck, or economy. It's awareness followed by disciplined effort. The successful simply refuse to let neglect become their default setting. They fight it daily. They guard their habits. They protect their mindset. They give attention to the things that matter, because they understand this truth. If you don't take care of what matters will eventually disappear. So today, not next week, not next month, not someday, but today, ask yourself, what have I been neglecting? Your health, your goals, your learning, your relationships, your discipline, your dreams? Whatever it is, this is the moment to take it back. This is the moment to cure the disease. This is the moment to say, I will not neglect my future another day, because neglect steals quietly, but discipline restores powerfully. And once you cure the disease of neglect, you open the door to growth, to confidence, to progress, and to success, not overnight, but day by day, step by step, choice by choice. The cure begins now. Doubt, worry, two quiet thieves, stealing from the mind, long before they ever steal from the life. You can't see them, you can't touch them, but you can feel them, deep, heavy, persistent. Doubt and worry are diseases of attitude, and they spread fast. If you don't control them, they will control you. Doubt whispers. It never shouts. It starts as a small question. Can I really do this? Am I good enough? What if I fail? And here's the danger. Doubt doesn't have to be true to stop you. It just has to be loud enough. Doubt freezes the mind. It paralyzes action. It takes your dreams hostage. You can have the talent. You can have the plan. You can have the opportunity. But if doubt moves in, everything slows down. Everything becomes uncertain. Everything becomes difficult. Doubt is the enemy of forward motion, the heavy burden of worry. And then there's worry. Worry is imagination misused. It is the mind painting pictures of things that never happened and likely never will. Worry takes your future and hands it over to fear. You lose sleep. You lose peace. You lose joy. And the worst part? Worry changes nothing. It solves nothing. It fixes nothing. Worry is the tax you pay for a future that may never arrive. How doubt and worry grow. They grow in silence. They grow when you're alone. They grow when your mind is idle. They grow when you're uncertain about your path. They grow when you compare your life to others. They grow when progress is slow. Doubt and worry are like weeds. Ignore them, and they take over the entire garden. Your garden of dreams. Your garden of confidence. Your garden of potential. If you don't tend the garden, the weeds win. Doubt doesn't come from failure. Failure teaches. Failure shapes. Failure strengthens. Doubt comes from inaction, from postponing, from waiting too long. When you don't act, you lose belief. When you don't move, your confidence fades. When you don't try, doubt grows stronger. Action builds belief. Inaction builds doubt. Worry is born from uncertainty, from trying to control the uncontrollable, from trying to predict every detail of the future. But life doesn't work that way. Life is fluid. Life is unpredictable. Life is seasonal. Worry tries to stop the seasons, But the seasons don't stop. They come and go. Whether you worry or not, winter still arrives. Summer still follows. Opportunity still appears. Challenges still come. Worry is wasted energy. Energy you could have used to prepare, to grow, to strengthen. Let doubt stay too long, and you'll hesitate on every decision. Let worry stay too long, and your courage slowly dies. Give these diseases a home, and they will infect everything. Your goals, your relationships, your confidence, your habits, your dreams. You'll start saying, maybe later. Far too often, you'll start shrinking the size of your dreams to match the size of your fear. You'll start living cautiously. Instead of boldly, you'll start surviving. Instead of thriving. But here's the good news. These diseases have a cure, a powerful one, a cure that works every time it's applied. And the cure is faith, preparation, and action. Cure 1. Build faith through small wins. Faith is born from evidence, from proof, from experience. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, your faith grows. Every time you show up, your courage grows. Every time you try, your confidence grows. Small wins destroy doubt. Small wins build belief. A little progress today creates a stronger you tomorrow. Cure 2. Replace worry with preparation. Worry looks at the future with fear. Preparation looks at the future with confidence. Preparation equips you. Preparation strengthens you. Preparation removes uncertainty. If you prepare, you don't have to worry. If you plan, you don't have to fear. If you're ready, you don't have to panic. Preparation turns the unknown into something manageable. Cure 3. Take action, imperfect action. Action is the destroyer of doubt. Movement breaks fear. You don't need the perfect plan. You don't need perfect timing. You don't need absolute clarity. Just take a step. One step, a simple step. Action quiets the mind. Action silences the fear. Action brings momentum, and momentum is stronger than doubt and worry combined. You have two choices: feed the disease or feed your strength. If you think negative, the disease grows. If you fear the future, the disease grows. But if you prepare, if you take action, if you build small habits of confidence, the disease weakens. And one day, you'll wake up with more faith than fear, more courage than doubt, more calm than worry, because you conquered the invisible enemies that once controlled your life. Remember this: it's not the mountain that stops you. It's the pebble in your shoe. Doubt and worry are the pebbles, small, but powerful enough to stop you. If you don't remove them today, not someday, today, because your future depends on it. Excuses. Now that's a dangerous disease. It doesn't show up on your skin. It doesn't raise your temperature. It doesn't send you to the doctor, but it weakens your life. Quietly, consistently, patiently. Excuses are the great defenders of inactivity. They sound reasonable. They sound logical. They even sound true, but they destroy your future. One justification at a time. Excuses feel good. That's why people use them. They soften failure. They comfort disappointment. They relieve responsibility. An excuse lets you fail without feeling the sting of failure. And that's the problem. Because the sting is important. The sting teaches. The sting pushes. The sting wakes you up. Excuses silence the sting. And in doing so, they silence your growth. I don't have time. I'm too tired. I'm not ready yet. Things aren't perfect. I'll start next week. Or the classic, that's just who I am. Excuses come dressed as logic. They come dressed as reasons. They come dressed as intelligence. But beneath the disguise, they are chains. Chains that keep you exactly where you are. Most excuses are not lies. They are truths, used the wrong way. Maybe you are tired. Maybe you are busy. Maybe things aren't perfect. But here's the real question. Should those things determine your destiny? Because the winners in life have the same problems, the same challenges, the same fatigue, the same imperfect circumstances. The difference is simple. The successful refuse to let excuses make their decisions. Excuses protect the present, but destroy the future. Excuses help you feel safe today, but they cost you tomorrow. They protect your comfort and sacrifice your growth. They protect your ego and sacrifice your progress. They protect your image and sacrifice your potential. Every excuse today becomes a regret later. Every excuse now becomes a weakness tomorrow. Every I can't becomes a I wish I had. We use excuses for one reason, to avoid responsibility. Because responsibility is heavy. Responsibility demands action. Responsibility requires honesty. And excuses keep us away from all three. Excuses shift the blame outward. They make failure circumstantial instead of personal. And once you stop taking things personally, you stop trying personally. You surrender your power. You give away your control. You hand your future to circumstances. The cure is simple, but not easy. Ownership, responsibility, accountability. 3 words that save lives. 3 words that rebuild confidence. 3 words that crush excuses. Ownership says, it's my life, my decisions, my habits, my discipline, my results. Once you adopt that mindset, excuses lose their power. Because responsibility puts the future back in your hands. Talk to yourself honestly, firmly, respectfully. Ask, is this a reason or an excuse? You'll know immediately. Your mind may try to hide it, but your heart knows. Your spirit knows. Your potential knows. Honesty breaks the disease. Honesty clears the mind. Honesty sets you free. A new way to speak to yourself. Instead of, I don't have time, say, I will make time. Instead of, I'm not ready, say, I'll grow as I go. Instead of, it's too hard, say, it's worth it. Instead of, maybe later, say, now. Small shifts, big changes. Excuses are expensive. They cost you days, then years, then a lifetime. You don't lose your dream overnight. You lose it. One excuse at a time. So stop feeding the disease. Stop protecting your limits. Stop defending your weaknesses. Choose responsibility. Choose action. Choose discipline. Because once excuses die, success begins to live. Complaining. Now that's a disease of attitude. With a very long reach, it spreads quickly, silently, effortlessly. A single complaint today can become a habit tomorrow, and a lifestyle next year. Complaining does not solve problems. Complaining does not create opportunities. Complaining does not move you forward, but it does something far worse. It weakens your spirit and destroys your capacity for growth. Why complaining is so dangerous? Complaining feels harmless. Just words, just frustration, just venting. But complaining has a cost, a high cost. It steals your gratitude. It steals your energy. It steals your perspective. Complaining turns small problems into big ones. It magnifies difficulties and minimizes blessings. It focuses your attention on what's wrong instead of what's possible. And where your attention goes, your life follows. The heavy consequences of complaining. The more you complain, the more powerless you feel. You train your mind to believe that life happens to you instead of happening for you. You begin to expect difficulty. You begin to anticipate problems. You begin to predict failure. And soon, complaining becomes the soundtrack of your life. You complain about the weather, the economy, the people around you, your job, your parents, your past, your opportunities, your obstacles. A complaining mindset sees everything through a window of frustration, and that window blocks your vision. The truth about complainers. Let me give you the truth. A hard truth. No one wants to follow a complainer. No one wants to work with a complainer. No one wants to grow with a complainer. Complaining pushes away opportunities. It pushes away people. It pushes away progress. Because complaining is contagious. And people don't want to be infected. Where complaining really comes from. Complaining doesn't come from problems. Problems are part of life. Problems build character. Problems shape strength. Complaining comes from the inside, from a mindset that expects ease instead of resilience, from a belief that life should be simple instead of meaningful, from a habit of focusing on the negative instead of the opportunity. Complaining is a symptom, and the root cause is perspective. How complaining destroys potential. Complaining kills ambition. Why? Because a complaining mind cannot dream big. It's too focused on the obstacles, too focused on what's missing, too focused on what's difficult. Dreams require optimism. They require hope. They require vision. But complaining blocks all three. It dims the light inside you and darkens your view of the world. And once the inside goes dark, the outside follows. The cure for complaining: gratitude and responsibility. There are two powerful cures for the disease of complaining: gratitude and responsibility. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's available. Responsibility shifts your mindset from "this shouldn't happen" to "I can handle this." Gratitude humbles you. Responsibility strengthens you. Together, they eliminate the need to complain. Cure 1. Gratitude. Gratitude is not about perfection. It's about perspective. You don't need a perfect life to be grateful. Just look around. Look at what you have. Look at how far you've come. Look at what you survived. Gratitude changes the texture of the mind. It calms the emotions. It clarifies the vision. You cannot complain and be grateful at the same time. One destroys the other. Always. Cure 2. Responsibility. Responsibility is power. It says, I choose how I respond. I choose my attitude. I choose my effort. I choose my growth. Responsibility takes you from victim to creator. Once you take responsibility, complaining loses its purpose, because now you're focused on solutions, on action, on progress, not on blame. Replace complaints with constructive self-talk. Instead of, this is too hard, say, this is helping me grow. Instead of, nothing goes right for me, say, I'll learn to make it right. Instead of, why me? Say, try me. Small shifts, powerful transformation. Your mouth can either build your future or break it. Your words are seeds. If you plant negativity, don't expect a positive harvest. Choose your words carefully. Choose them intentionally. Choose them wisely, because the voice you listen to the most is your own. Complaining feels good for a moment, but growth feels good for a lifetime. You can complain, or you can change. You can criticize, or you can create. You can focus on what's wrong, or you can focus on what you can fix. The disease of complaining has destroyed more dreams than failure ever has. Don't let it destroy yours. Pessimism. Now that's a disease of attitude with a very sharp bite. It doesn't shout. It doesn't strike quickly. It moves quietly, like a shadow. It creeps into your thinking, into your confidence, into your expectations. And soon, without even realizing it, you begin to see the world through a darker lens. Pessimism is the slow poison that kills possibility. Pessimism doesn't say, I can do this. It says, it probably won't work. Pessimism doesn't say, there's a way. It says, the odds are too low. Pessimism doesn't say, I will try. It says, why bother? It's not the world. That becomes smaller. It's your belief. That becomes smaller. Once pessimism takes hold, your world begins to shrink. Your dreams shrink. Your desires shrink. Your energy shrinks. Your courage shrinks. You live life like you're avoiding loss. Instead of chasing victory, the imagination is powerful. It creates dreams. It fuels ambition. It builds the future long before it arrives. But pessimism corrupts imagination. Instead of imagining success, you imagine failure. Instead of imagining opportunity, you imagine risk. Instead of imagining growth, you imagine danger. And remember this, the mind always moves in the direction of its strongest picture. If your picture is dark, your path will be dark. If your picture is negative, your results will be negative. Pessimism paints a picture. Your life eventually follows. Pessimism comes from fear. Fear of failing. Fear of being hurt. Fear of being disappointed. Fear of trying again after life knocked you down. It comes from old wounds, old mistakes, old heartbreaks, old failures. Pessimism is the mind saying, protect yourself, stay small, stay safe. But safety is not growth. Safety is not progress. Safety is not success. Safety is the slow death of your potential. Pessimism will tell you it's being realistic. It will tell you it's being logical. It will tell you it's being careful. But pessimism is not intelligence. It is fear wearing a suit. It sounds smart, but it leads nowhere. You cannot build a brighter future with a dark mindset. You cannot win big with small expectations. You cannot rise if you constantly predict your own fall. Pessimism kills motivation. Why try if you believe the effort won't matter? Pessimism kills discipline. Why be consistent if you think the outcome is already doomed? Pessimism kills relationships. Who wants to build a life with someone who sees only the clouds and never the sky? Pessimism kills ambition. The dreamer inside you slowly goes silent. It is a disease that destroys potential before potential ever gets a chance. The cure for pessimism: perspective, gratitude, and environment. Pessimism can be cured, but it requires courage, honesty, faith, awareness. Let's look at the treatments. Cure 1. Change your perspective. A pessimist sees the problem. An optimist sees the possibility. The problem is real, but so is the opportunity. The challenge is real, but so is your ability. The obstacles are real, but so is your strength. The world hasn't changed. Only the lens has. And if you change the lens, you change the world you see. Cure 2. Practice gratitude daily. Gratitude is the antidote to pessimism. You can't be grateful and negative. At the same time, gratitude brings light to every dark corner of the mind. It shifts your focus from deficiency to abundance, from what's wrong to what's right, from fear to faith. Gratitude rewires the mind for positivity, resilience, and strength. Cure 3. Surround yourself with optimistic people. Your environment shapes your attitude. If you surround yourself with complainers, you will complain. If you surround yourself with victims, you will feel helpless. If you surround yourself with pessimists, you will learn to expect the worst. But if you surround yourself with builders, dreamers, achievers, you adopt their mindset. Optimism is contagious, but so is pessimism. Choose your circle wisely. Cure 4. Gather evidence of success. Pessimism is built on fear. Optimism is built on proof. Collect proof. Small wins. Daily progress. Personal victories. You don't need giant success to destroy pessimism. You just need consistent evidence that you can. Make a list. What are you good at? What have you survived? What have you accomplished? What have you overcome? Your past victories are the medicine for your future fears. Pessimism is a silent anchor. It keeps you in the harbor, safe, comfortable, unchallenged. But ships aren't built for the harbor, and neither are you. The world belongs to those who believe in possibility, those who see opportunity before the opportunity is obvious, those who walk into a dark room and flip on the light. Instead of complaining about the darkness, you have a choice to expect the worst or to create the best, to shrink or to rise, to surrender or to believe. The disease of pessimism has stopped millions. Don't let it stop you. Choose belief. Choose optimism. Choose possibility, because the attitude you choose becomes the life you live. And so, my friends, we've taken a journey together, a journey through the mind, a journey through attitude, a journey through the invisible battles that shape the visible results of our lives. Neglect, doubt, and worry, excuses, complaining, pessimism, 5 diseases, 5 quiet enemies, 5 thieves that steal from your future, long before you ever notice they've arrived. But here's the good news. You now have the awareness. You have the understanding. You have the cure. And awareness, that's where change begins. Because once you shine a light on these diseases of attitude, they lose their power. They lose their grip. They lose their influence. You are no longer walking blindly. You are no longer moving unconsciously. You are no longer living on autopilot. You are awake. And when you are awake, you can choose differently. Remember, your attitude is your greatest asset, not your education, not your background, not your circumstances, not your connections, your attitude. Because a positive attitude turns problems into possibilities. A disciplined attitude turns habits into success. A grateful attitude turns ordinary moments into blessings. Your attitude determines what you see, how you feel, and what you become. And once you fix your attitude, you fix your direction. And once you fix your direction, your destination begins to reveal itself. So let today be the day you take back control. The day you stop feeding the diseases and start feeding your ambition. The day you stop complaining and start creating. The day you stop doubting and start believing. The day you stop shrinking and start expanding. The day you stop surviving and start rising. Because your future doesn't change in years. It changes in moments. Moments of decision. Moments of awareness. Moments of courage. This is one of those moments. So walk forward with a new attitude. A stronger attitude. A higher attitude. One that sees possibility. One that expects growth. One that chooses responsibility. One that protects ambition. One that honors gratitude. Because with the right attitude, you can build the life you've imagined. A life of purpose. A life of contribution. A life of discipline. A life of strength. A life of meaning. And that, my friends, is the beginning of everything.